ADA when no meet INEC requirement want NDC to be quiet. ADA when no meet INEC requirement want NDC to be quiet. Knowing fully well that they submitted their form of interest the same time with NDC. They submitted their interest the same time with NDC, with 171 other political gathering, not political parties. They were one of the 171 political gathering, read my lips, political gathering, not political party, that submitted application of interest to INEC. INEC looked them for their face, say, no, you're not rich. No, you need to go back to where you're coming from and do one or two things for which to give you access. They look ADA and say, no, you're not rich. You're not rich. That same political organization don't maybe anger, maybe envy. Don't look at this. Say, as we go down, you must go down. As we go down, you must go down. Come down with TV. Don't let that news bother you. Don't let the news bother you, because the justice are not stupid. They are not stupid. These are smart technocrats who understand the law. Don't let that news bother you. Nigerian bloggers are the first people to post it everywhere because they want to create tension. But Ligi TV is here. Ligi TV is here. We will bring down everything to a layman understanding. Stay with me. Stay with me. NDA, NDC, and 171 political organizations submitted their form of interest to be registered as a political party. INEC, they wind them. INEC, they wind them. From 2025, INEC, they wind them. INEC, wind them. NDC as a smart political organization. Say, how does this correlate with broom? They went to court. They tabled the issue to the court. Then the justice that was seeing the court in Lokoja say, Oga, after taking proper a view of the submissions, they said that this logo does not in any way look like this logo. See, the reason why they were disqualifying NDC for a very long time was because of something that is very, very obvious. The court sitting in Lokoja now grants NDC victory to be registered by INEC. That was how NDC got their registration. They got their registration through court order. So on their own, they wouldn't have been registered. This is the suit. Under this basis now, ADA the verse. They now started rooting out some things that does not seem as if they were. Rooting out some things that does not seem as if they were. They can't carry their matter go court. This is the suit. They are charging NDC. They said that the court should sack NDC under these 4 bases. And what are their bases? We read them. We will bring it to you. Number 1. But don't forget that NDC has first sued INEC on March 27, 2026. March 27, 2026. NDC sued INEC because of the new Electoral Act. Before I dive into this, let me show you what NDC sued INEC for. Because of the new Electoral Act. They sued INEC to Justice Mohammed Umar. They did not just sue INEC, they sued the Attorney General of the Federation. They did not just sue INEC, they sued the Attorney General of the Federation. They also sued, the same sue also sued Clerk of the National Assembly. And of course, the Senate President, Godwin Akpabio. And of course, INEC body and the INEC chairman, Amupeta. What was NDC fighting for? They were asking INEC to remove two parts of the new electoral law that was enacted in this 2026. They said that the 2 parts of the electoral law that was amended is unconstitutional. Section 77/5, according to what the section said, I'm reading it out to you. Parties can only allow members to contest primaries if their names are on a digital membership register submitted to INEC 21 days before primaries. That's the first section. According to what they are claiming, that NDC is a new party. That this new rule, of course, they try to lock their primaries 3 weeks because of so that the law will not catch up with them, but it's still in court. They want it to be trashed. Section 138 of the new electoral law, of which NDC wants the court to dismantle. It said that there must be removal of qualification and ground to challenge results. Are you aware that NDC started their registration process as way back as 2025? Are you aware? Of which this ADA is one of them, and they have not been registered. I know you will be wondering why. Why do ADA want NDC to be deregistered? They said that NDC did not meet party requirements. They are quoting from section 221/225A 1999 Constitution, number 2 of what they are alleging them. NDC, that they should be pre-qualified. They said NDC did not pay 2 million administrative process fee. They say is the INEC guideline under Electoral Act 2022. They did not use INEC portal to upload. Electoral Law 1999. Now, do you know the funniest thing? NDC's case is still in court, being handled by the same Justice Mohammed Umar. ADA is filing another case in what I just listed in the same court where Justice Umar is handling the same case. Now the question is, will court deregister NDC because of 2 million? On the basis of 1999 Constitution plus 2022 Constitution. This thing came online when they were having their he said they were not owing. So don't panic. Issue they down, but victory must always prevail. Don't forget that before court will ask and instruct INEC to register NDC, they must have done their scrutiny, they must have done their checks, they must have done their cross-check, then find out that this gathering is qualified enough to be a political party. Then they order INEC to register NDC. So don't panic. Don't panic. Even though you know where it's coming from, victory must prevail. Lihi.